The poor unfortunate souls, so sad, yet true. This one longing to be thinner. Hey. This one wants to get the girl. And do I help him? Yes, indeed. Hey, that poor unfortunate soul, honey. Shout out to the poor unfortunate souls out there. You know, it's sad because I don't want to kick a girl when she down, and that's not what I'm gonna do. You know, we tried to tell Holly. We tried to tell her. The girls think life is a Disney movie, and every day y'all find out that it's not. Some of y'all do have your Prince Charming. Shout out to y'all who have your Prince Charming. But see, in Holly's case, she really thought she had her prince. But girl, this whole time she was sleeping with Ursula. Girl. This whole time Holly thought that DDG was the prince and he was Ursula. Remember when Ursula told her, girl, I can give you some feet. If you want to go up there, if you want to go up there and trollop around with the people and girl do all that carrying on the land, I can give you some feet. Girl, I can give you a little 1-2. You know what I'm saying? Girl, it's gonna cost your voice. Girl, it's gonna cost your voice. And girl, Ariel started singing. Ah, ah, ah. Girl, the Ursula got that. Ursula got that can, girl, and then her voice was coming to that can. Remember? And she was like, ah. And then Ursula put that can on that top, and then girl Ariel was like, DDG stole her voice. DDG stole that lady's voice. I ain't gonna say he stole it. She gave it away. She gave it away. She thought she found her Prince Charming. It's okay. You know, she's young. I took my nieces to see the Little Mermaid, and it was a horrible experience because it was really my fault. Um, because we went, I took them too late in the evening. My sister, she like my sister, my brother-in-law, they laid them down at 8 o'clock, 8:30. Girl start taking a bath, girl wrapping it up at 7 o'clock. By 8:30, you need to be in the bed, eyes closed. And I think I had took them to like the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock show. It was late when you compare it to the time they go to bed, and it was just like, girl, Sloan was like, I'm sleeping. I'm cold. God, I gotta get cold. I haven't been to the movies. I hadn't been to the movies in forever. I'm cold. I'm sleepy. I was like, oh, girl. They was wearing me out. Anyways. DDG's IG account shares a message claiming he's no longer in a relationship with Holly. Is it Holly? I always get her name. I can never pronounce her name. I've always called her Haley. It's Holly, like Halle Berry, right? Halle Bailey. Now, before I read what he wrote, a part of me, because we have grown to know DDG as someone who trolls the people a lot. So I don't even really know if this is legit because I also went to her IG Because I know sometimes what happens with these celebrity couples is that some of them, not all of them, of course, um, they sometimes release a statement together, or at least a joint statement. And so I was thinking, well, maybe, for me to really believe that it could be real, maybe she would post it also. And then a part of me was thinking, why is he, why are you letting him tell everybody, girl, because it's given I broke up. It's given I broke up with her. But this is what he had to say. Dear friends and supporters, after much reflection and heartfelt conversations, um, Holly and I have decided to go our separate ways. This decision was not easy, but we believe it's the best path forward for both of us. I cherish the time we've spent together and the love we've shared. Despite the changes in our relationship, our love for each other remains deep and true. Y'all know he didn't write this, honey. We are still best friends and adore each other. As we focus on our individual journeys and our roles as co-parents, we cherish the bond we've built and the beautiful moments we've shared. As we navigate this transition, we ask for your understanding and support. Thank you for your love and encouragement, DDG. Now listen, we not gonna kick our good cousin, our little cousin, Halle, whatever her name is. We're not gonna kick her while she down. But for the girls who have been watching my channel, especially as we had conversations about DDG and the Little Mermaid, y'all know I have been on his neck for the longest. I also will give her a pass because she's young, right? This was probably one of her first loves. We tend to give people who are younger passes for being, for the lack of a better word, stupid, right? We start to look at the girls crazy, the girls and the boys crazy when you start hitting 30, 40, 50. Now, at that point, we just gonna be like the way we be dragging Jennifer Williams for still being a dummy at 50, because she know better. She know better. You know what I'm saying? Is this mic on? Is the green light on? It's on. Because she know better. Maybe she don't. Girl. But that's why people be on Jennifer the way they be on Jennifer, because Jennifer is, girl, half a century old. Acting like she 21, 22. I believe that a lot of these men, I was just on the phone with one of my friends, and we were talking about this. And we were talking about Offset and Cardi B, how Offset doesn't care. Offset doesn't care that the family is ruined. He doesn't care. He loves the fact that he can say, Cardi B is my baby mama. There was another man online. Shout out to the diva, Erica De Niro TV. It was a man online, I think it was Twitter. And he was basically saying, I'm paraphrasing, that he didn't really care about the relationship ending with his girlfriend because his whole goal was to make her his baby mama. I can go around and say, that's my baby mama. I want to say this too before I continue with that. I tried to tell the Little Mermaid that boy was no good for her. We tried to tell her that. And I told her, girl, I'm acting like I really talked to this lady. I don't know that lady. That lady don't know me. But I was like, I hope she ran across this video. And I want her to listen to the women in the comment section. Listen to the women in the comment section. Because you might not listen to me because I'm still a nook at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the women who've been down this road once or twice, or even maybe 3 times. And they're telling you, sister, girl, sister, Don't do it. Don't do it, sister. Little cousin. Little cousin. Don't do it, little cousin. I'm telling you how it's going to turn out. When that boy used to get online and talk about how, when he made that song talking about how he tried to sabotage a career, girl, this is the stuff that boy was saying. And it would still be people who would come down to the internet, even come to my videos, hey y'all, and try and defend that mess. He's telling you what it is. And y'all are just trying to reduce it down to, oh, he's just making a song. He's just making art. Or he's telling you, I tried to sabotage your career. And she's still stuck around. Now they're tied together forever because she decided to have a baby with him. We love the babies. The babies ain't did nothing wrong. But now she decided to have a baby with this man. It's just sad. Halle really should have been like the next Zendaya. For real, for real. Zendaya got her little boyfriend. They probably live together. They probably have sex every night. But when it comes to Zendaya's image, baby, please. You know what I'm saying? And it's no shade to cousin Halle. Quiet as it's kept, I always said, if I had to choose, and I hate to, no, I ain't gonna say that because I'm pitting them against each other. I was just texting one of my other friends, and we were talking about how, girl, it's no shade, but when these men want to have a pretty baby mama. They want to have a bad baby mama. Right? Please don't get it twisted. If you're a pretty girl, even if you fat like Lizzo is still a bad girl. If somebody could say, it's a man out there who wish they could say, I knocked down Lizzo and had a baby by Lizzo. You see what I'm saying? Because Lizzo was a pretty bad girl. It ain't just the IG models they want to knock down. They just want to be able to say, I got a pretty baby mama. They just want to be able to say, on some real stuff, it's all about making sure that their last name continues. When you look at the Nick Cannons and the Cam Newtons, it's not about the kids per se. It's about making sure that my last name continues. It's about the legacy of it all. It's the truth. It's the truth. Babies do not save relationships. You have women out there, is no shade, because I don't want to disrespect nobody. But there are some women out there who are watching me right now who had a baby because they thought that they could make a nigga stick around. Oh, if I have a baby, name him Junior, then maybe this might help the relationship. No, it ain't. Girl, he gonna be gone. And another thing too, girl, if y'all want a baby, just have a baby. Girl. Be like Ebony K. Williams. Ebony said, girl, you know what? I'm old, I'm 40. Girl, I want a baby. So she went and had a baby. I mean, quiet as it's kept, y'all gonna end up raising her by yourself anyways. I'm just saying, no shade. Ooh-wee. Y'all think he trolling, or y'all think this is real? Because again, she hasn't posted anything. But anybody with a little bit of sense knew this relationship was not going to last. Anyone who is not in their 20s, anyone who is just not, who's not someone who just lives in a fairy tale, right? People like me knew that this relationship was not going to last. I hate to say what I'm about to say. They're young. They're just not really starting their careers. And you're bringing a baby into this situation. And the stuff that this man has said, the way that he has embarrassed that girl, even said out of his own mouth, he tried to sabotage her career, is not going to work. Girl, that baby can't even hold his... Baby, let me say something. DDG couldn't wait to get out that house. Girl, that baby can't even hold his neck up, and DDG was already packing up his drawers in his duffel bag, baby, catching ghost. That baby ain't even turned 1. That baby ain't even 1 yet. And DDG is gone. That baby not even 1 years old. And DDG is, baby, on the other side of town. Halle. I can never get her name right. Halle Bailey. Yeah, Halle Bailey. Halle. So it's okay. We still love you. You know, you got your beautiful little son, right? It's all good. You're only in your 20s. That's why we're not going to drag you like that. We're going to tug on your wig a little bit because we tried to tell you. Okay? We're going to tug. Oh, yes, we're going to tug. And they might tug on you a little bit in the comment section. But we're not going to drag the Little Mermaid because, again, she's young. You know, it is what it is. Now, we're going to drag Jennifer and everybody else, though. Hey! We scalping them. Because y'all just stupid. Hey. Anyways, y'all, let's move on. Baby, before we get started, trigger warning, okay? We're going to be talking about an SA lawsuit. Honey, this is according to the Neighborhood Talk. So legendary country music star Garth Brooks hit with the SA lawsuit from his former makeup artist for allegedly violently R-ing her to the point that she felt she would break in half. Neighbors, this is crazy. Country music legend Garth Brooks is in deep water after being hit with a lawsuit from a former employee. An unnamed woman that previously worked for Brooks as a hairstylist and makeup artist says she was violently R-ed by the star after being cornered. She says the R was so violent that she believed she would break in two. The woman says she was originally working with Brooks' wife, Trisha Yearwood, for years before he hired her personally. In her lawsuit, she says back in May of 2019, Garth took her, to LA for a Grammy tribute, presumably for work. Things changed when she realized they were the only two traveling on a private plane. Once they arrived, she noticed there was only one hotel room, and he refused to get her a separate one. The woman says Garth then appeared fully nude out of the blue and dragged her to a bed where he assaulted her. In the documents obtained by TMZ, she details how Garth held her 5-foot body up by her ankles, upside down, as he repeatedly penetrated her vagina. According to her, he was slamming so hard with his genitals that she felt she was breaking in half. She says she still completed the job after the assault because she was having trouble financially and needed the assignment. She believes Garth preyed on her due to those finances. She also detailed another 2019 experience at the singer's home. He allegedly got out of the shower and approached her with his erect penis after pointing it at her while nude. He allegedly placed her hands on it and shared that he fantasized about ejaculating on her face while she performed oral sex and wore her glasses. Garth allegedly would touch the woman's breast while getting his hair and makeup done, even though she told him not to. He would also masturbate afterwards. These instances all happened before the R word. She's suing for damages. Thoughts, honey? I was talking to one of my friends, and I was like, I'm just happy that these niggas finally got somebody. You know, every time I look up, they screaming. Great, it's only the downfall for the rich black man. It really be the niggas and the girls in the comment section. So now y'all finally got y'all a white man. You know what I think is crazy, y'all? I think that it is absolutely weird when we start to have conversations about, I just think that it is a very ludicrous conversation to have when talking about SA. When you start to draw parallels to what white men and black men can do or get away with during sexual assault, I feel like that's just a slippery road to go down. I think everybody should be in jail. Off with their head. Don't ever get it twisted. But I am also of the belief that a lot of these black men who are violent with women, they don't want white men to be treated like them. They want to be treated like white men. I want to be able to go around and harm and do what I want to do and get away with it like they say the white man gets away with it. That's what I want to be able to do. Not me. Okay? Them. Be very clear. I think I would be on board with the conversation if it was something like, and the thing is it true? Yes, it is true. I have read stories of white men R-ing girls, women, and got a slap on the wrist, right? So we know it's true. We know that it's true across the board, right? When it comes to white people and everybody else, they are treated completely differently, especially when you start bringing in niggas in the conversation. So that's not even up for debate. I just think it's a slippery road to go down when we start to talk about SA and what they can get. Like, it's like a thin line. You know how like sometimes when we have the conversations and when it revolves around victims, right? It's a thin line before you start to go across that line of victim blaming. If this was a conversation that was more so about like a black man getting 50 years in prison over some weed, right? A joint. That's something I feel like I could get behind. But I cannot get behind, like, I don't care. If you are black, white, Hispanic, hey, I don't care. If you are out here and you are a violent person, your ass is going to jail. And yes, it is unfair that white people are able to commit some of the most violent crimes and get a slap on the wrist. It is so unfair. But unfortunately for you, sir, your ass is going to jail. I think everyone who is a terrorist in the community should be, girl, an inmate. 579-0037. I think you should. However, I'll say this. If Garth Brooks, if this goes to trial and they find Garth Brooks not innocent, that don't mean, that don't mean that Puffy should be innocent too, unless he's really innocent. You see what I'm saying? Well, Garth Brooks got off. They need to let Puffy off. No! Garth Brooks, if he did it, he should not get off. But if he does get off, that don't mean that nigga getting off too. His ass is going to jail. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? Like if you had two daughters and one of your daughters was unfortunately R by a white man and the other daughter was unfortunately R by a black man and the white man got off, would you also want the black man to get off too? Just because the white man got off? No, unfortunately, I wanted his ass to go to jail too because he did it. But then I mean, your ass is getting off. You got to go to jail. I know I just went on a whole rant, but honey, is he still married to Trisha? Mm. This got too dark, honey. Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all know I call it the Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay. Remember that episode when I think it was Robin. It was Robin and somebody else. I think it was Robin, Mia, and Ashley. I can't remember. And they were out shopping, and Robin purchased something from the place that they were at, and it was like $64.80. And I was so disgusted because that same week, Sutton, who's on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, was at some store, jewelry store, and she purchased some earrings for herself that were like 60 something $1,000. And then she also purchased a pair for her daughter, and her daughter's cost like 40 something thousand. And I was just like, girl, and you got them over here showing the cash register, girl, where Robin's spending $64.80, and then you got Whitefish on the other side, girl, on the other coast, girl, spending, girl, 100,000. I was so disgusted. It's not that she spent $64.80. It's that they showed it like she was spending big money, girl. Anyways. So Karen Huger explains why she's grateful after DUI. Says she received support from RHOP co-stars. Some really surprised me. So Karen Huger says she's grateful after being pulled over for a DUI earlier this year. The Real Housewives of Potomac star was charged with a DUI after getting into a car crash in Maryland in March. Is it Bethesda? Is that how you say it? Maryland in March. I woke up from it feeling so much gratitude, she told E! News. She explained, one, that no one else was involved in the accident, and two, that I'm alive and I'm here. I'm waiting for my truth to come out. She continued, I will own every step of the way, and I hope it doesn't disappoint some people. Viewers will get a closer view of her truth in the upcoming 9th season of RHOP, referencing Shannon Bedore's DUI. Is a storyline for the current season of Orange County. Huger said her experience is different. I don't think there's any similarity in Shannon and I, but I support Shannon 100%. As for whether her co-star supported her, Huger hinted at getting mixed reactions, and said some were there and they weren't. I'm sorry, some were there and some weren't. They forgot to put some. Anyways, but it looks like she's come to terms with it. I'm a grown woman. I don't expect a lot from anyone except God. Of course, I expected it, and I handled it with grace and fun. Karen, I love Karen. Believe it or not, like I started going up for Karen at BravoCon. Before that, I really like Karen. Karen, it was what it was. But when I tell you, I turned into a Karen stan at BravoCon. But Karen's so full of it. How you trying to have fun with a DUI case, Karen? Yeah. Like, you don't know me, girl. You weren't. She was saying basically she took it on like a you don't know me, girl. You weren't there kind of thing. She added there are some cast members that really surprised me. So I am so grateful for the ones that surprised me. Girl, what I don't know what she meant by that shit. Anyways, listen. Y'all watching Potomac? I was just texting my best friend. My best friend texted me last night and he was so excited. He was like, oh my God, I'm so ready for the new season of Potomac. And I just sit back and I sit back and with a side. You know that emoji that be looking sideways? And then he texts me back. What did he text me back? Hold on. What did he say? What did that helper say? Hold on. Let me go to it. Oh, he said you not because Candace not gonna be there. Hey! I said, girl, honestly, the trailer didn't pull me in. It was kind of blah to me. And plus I do miss Candace, LOL. Girl. Are we watching RHOP? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The trailer didn't give me anything. It really didn't. I'm not saying that just to say it. It really didn't give me anything. But anyways, back to Karen. Karen, you so full of it. Like in some real, on some real. If we're gonna be honest about it, Karen, this, I don't. This is the thing. It can be a very slippery slope because if you are on this show and we know that these girls are supposed to entertain us, right? But if you're on this show and your goal is to entertain us, you also have to kind of have some type of compassion for people who are going through things. I think it's one thing when somebody owns up to them possibly battling a disease, battling an issue, whatever word you want to use. I think it's one thing when the girls come in and be like, listen, I think I may have a small problem with alcohol that I need to take care of. I think it's hard to have some type of compassion for Karen because Karen does kind of live in this her own world where like, oh, I just approached it with grace and fun. How do you approach your second DUI, girl? Like, how do you approach it with that type of, like, that's the type of reality the reality that she's created. Because this ain't got nothing to do with Karen's mother passing away. It ain't got nothing to do. I heard her say something. Some people online were saying she mentioned Ray or something. I don't know, girl. Well, what was the reason for the first one? Hello, you see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But oh no, Karen. All right, y'all. That's it.